guys, I'm here today to do a series mashup of The Fixer by Jennifer Lynn Barnes and The Long Game. I can't find a video on my channel about The Fixer, which is the first book in the series. I'm going to talk a little bit briefly, non-spoilerly about that, and then I'm going to move into the spoiler part. So if you have not read that book, don't follow it, and I'll tell you guys when to stop listening. But the first book follows the girl named Tess, and she winds up having to move to the city, to Washington, D.C., to be cared after by her sister, who, unbeknownst to her, is a political fixer. Think of Olivia Pope on Scandal. That's basically what she is. So she winds up get caught up in this very, very complicated story and very, very complicated thing that winds up putting her life in danger, but she becomes invested in a case in school that kind of becomes connected with a case that her sister becomes involved in, and it reveals not only secrets about her life, but her sister's life, and also secrets about government. And it was a really, really fast-paced mystery. I really liked the characters. I thought it was a great foundation. It was definitely a building book. There was a lot of world building to be done, especially because it was like based on political stuff. So if you didn't really understand the political stuff, I got a little bit lost in the details about it. But I love the character of Tess. I love the relationship she built. She made a lot of cool characters, and it was just a really, really fun read. I gave it 4 stars. I read it about close to like a year ago. The pacing was like a little bit weird, I thought, throughout the whole novel, but overall I really liked it, and it was a very, very strong conclusion. I was excited to read The Long Game. I did not have high hopes going into it, but I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I will put a trigger warning on this book before I talk spoilers. If you don't want to read about terrorism or shootings or anything, I would not read this book. There is a very, very strong trigger warning on this book, just as a note, especially with going on in our society today. It might be a trigger warning for some people, so I just wanted to put that warning in it. But overall, I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was definitely a step up from The Fixer. I thought that it really settled into like what you understood. The character relationships were really, really cool. There was a very, very strong mystery that really set this book going, and again, there was like an interconnection to Ivy's world, which I really liked. But this book was so well plotted. I think that was the best thing. Like, there were things that happened like page 6 that really connected to the end, and there was a two very, very big reveals, which I did not see coming, and I was like, oh my god. So if you have not read Long Game, stop the video here. I really recommend this series if you like political thrillers, or if you like Scandal, or if you like any mysteries, because I think that or if you like anything like Jason Bourne, or any like mysteries like that. I really recommend this book because it's really unique and really different. I'm gonna talk spoilers. So there was shots fired on the president, and also one of their classmates were killed as well. And that was such a high tense time in the novel, so it was a very, very stressful book, I will admit that. Like, it was a very, very stressful book, but I really liked it. There were 2 very, very big twists. One twist was that Henry not only was working for this group that took over the school, which I admit I wanted to like throw my book across the room. I was not happy about that. But it was also revealed that the president's wife was involved on the hit, and she has been the one that has been orchestrating this whole thing. And that was kind of like a wow moment for me. But I really like the fact that like Ivy and Tess's relationship really changed in this novel. I thought that it was a really, really good way to let the story progress. Her relationships with all the characters became so in-depth and so complicated. And there was a lot of secrets and lies going on that I think put Tess in a very, very hard predicament. Her friend Asher was actually accused of being a murderer, which was another unexpected layer to this story. Her grandfather became heavily involved, and the ending was just really, really shocking. So if you want a good, fast-paced mystery with, unfortunately, some terrorism acts, I would actually check this out. It was a really, really, it was just a really good read, and a very, very good, well-plotted story. I really